Hey, what up, y'all? Mr. Cruz here, your friendly neighborhood producer, back with another video. And in today's video, we are taking a look at Spectral's free spacer plugin. Let's go. Okay, so before we get started in our video today, I do want to mention a remix contest that is being hosted by the people at Audio Tool with Spitfire in partnership with Esports World Cup. This is an opportunity for you to get your music heard by experienced industry professionals with over $20,000 worth of music production equipment up for grabs. And let's not forget about the first place prize, a trip to London along with a +1 to collaborate on a Spitfire audio sample pack at the legendary Abbey Road Studios. This is the kind of opportunity that money cannot buy. And if you want to learn more about the contest, head over to ewc.audiotool.com. Let's get into the video. All right, so Spacer is kind of like it's like a melting pot of a lot of different plugins, all right? So I'm going to go through as many of these as I can, but honestly, there's a lot packed into this, and like we don't have the time to go over every single parameter or go through every single setting and all this other stuff. But I'm going to show you guys a lot of the things that I like about this plugin, and of course, let you guys hear an example. So first of all, we have these different like modules or these different little compartments, and like some of the effects that we have here, we have, I believe it's 3 different reverbs. So this is a convolution reverb, this is regular reverb, and then this is a grain reverb. We have delay and grain delay, and then here at the end we have chorus and utilities. Utilities is really like a lot of other stuff. Like it has saturation, it has air, which will be like a high shelf boost. I don't really know what this age knob does here, but let's put it to a setting that Drake would probably like. All right, that seems good. Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably... And then we have like this Haas effect, like Haas time and Haas mix. I'll explain what that is in a second. I've explained it in other videos before, but that's also something that's pretty cool to check out. Okay, so we got these different compartments and these different modules. The cool thing is that you can move these around and arrange them in whatever order you want. And these little arrows that we see right here show you pretty much the signal chain. So it goes all the way to the end here and then it starts again over here. The only one that you can't move is the end one, which is the chorus and the utilities one. The other cool thing about this is not only do you have presets here that you can go through, but each one of these different modules has its own presets that you can also go through. Another thing that I like about this is that it has these visualizers for all of these effects, right? Let me see if I could turn this one on here. All right. And if you hit these little 3 dots that it has on some of these modules, it'll show you additional parameters and additional settings that you can use to manipulate the sound that's pretty much just hidden by the graphical interface. So here, even though you have these 6 knobs here, clicking this will open up even more flexibility and more options for you to be able to shape your sound. And on top of that, I want to show you guys 2 more things. This randomize knob, this randomize button that we have here, whenever you click this, this will randomize all of the settings for everything, except it will not change the pitch and it will not change the EQ settings that you have here. So I could hit this however many times and it's not going to change the EQ settings. And then here, if you notice that the pitch did not change. So whenever you're randomizing stuff, just know that pitch and EQ are unaffected. There's another free plugin that I had talked about previously, I think it was ZebraLet, where it had this feature where you could lock some of your options so that way it gets saved. So if I lock this one and then I hit randomize, now any kind of settings that I had in the regular reverb is not going to be impacted whenever I hit randomize. So I like that. I like when plugins have that feature and that ability because it gives me room to progress my sound design without compromising what I've already created. All right, but that's enough. Let's go ahead and go through some of these presets here. And let's go ahead and take a listen to the loop that we have here. And in context with the beat, it sounds like this. All right, but let's take a listen to just the sitar sound that I've got here. Let's go through some of these presets and see what Spacer can do here. Ooh, that sounds good. I like that one right there. All right, I'm going to mute this one or turn this one off. Let's see what that sounds like without it. All right, I like that subtlety that it gives it there. All right, that's good. I wouldn't say I'm wholly impressed with some of the stuff that we heard there, but I think it was good enough that I'm more in favor for downloading and keeping Spacer. But one of the things that I love is I love using reverb. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn everything off, and then we're just gonna stick with reverb and see what some of the reverb presets, just them alone, what they'll do with our sound. All right, so straight up, I think Spacer, just for the reverb module alone, is way better than when everything is thrown in here. Because, I mean, really, you're throwing in 2 different delays, right? 2 different delays, 3 different reverbs, and then throw in chorus, and then any kind of these other settings that we have here at the end. That's a lot of processing to put an audio signal through. Honestly, I think if you were just to use this, just using like the modules by themselves, or maybe 1 or 2, that would probably do you better than pretty much what I was doing here and going through some of these crazy presets that we had here. But I like what we had with this preset, so let's see what this one sounds like in context. Sounded like without. I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep Spacer just for the sake of keeping that reverb module, because like that is one of the dopest, cleanest reverbs that I've ever heard. And adding that Haas effect is really gonna widen that sound so that you have like, you know, more imaging taking place on whatever instrument or whatever sound you're processing through Spacer. I would say this one's definitely a keeper. Go check out Spectral, download Spacer. It is completely free. You don't have to buy anything. And this is obviously gonna make some of your stuff sound better. Well, that's what I got for you guys. Let me know in the comments below what you think, or if you're a fan of plugins that are like this, that have different modules that you can kind of move around and whatnot. I'm typically not a big fan of these kind of plugins, but in this case, I think it kind of proves why. However, again, this one is still worth a download. That's what I got for you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. It's your boy, Mr. Cruz, out.